too. We got to talk about a couple of things. Let's take you. Excuse me. Let's take you.
Somebody been eating tacos.
Not yet. But I got mine.
But we about to do it.
You got yours. You look happy. You look happier.
I'm quite happier. This is Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, yes, sir. But we're gonna do something. What we're gonna do is try to find out from folks. And the phone's working today.
Yes, they are. My button didn't want to work though.
But they are working today.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. I'll show you right quick.
Hold on. You know what? I don't even need to do that. There you go. All right. Because I don't want to be in no situation where folks saying, y'all ain't pick up the phone. You saw how Pop Jones did me when he said he couldn't get through.
What'd he do?
He rattled all over the air. You ain't pick up my phone. What I did to you? I'm like, you ain't do nothing to me. If I couldn't get to you, the phones were...
Technical issues.
We have technical issues. And then the other time, because we were just about finished the show, I couldn't take him. I couldn't take him during the interview. And we were doing the interview. But anyway, that's where it is. Our phones are up today. They were not up yesterday. So for all those folks who are going to come, man, I tried to call y'all did answer the phone yesterday. The phones were not ringing in the building. Do I have a witness?
Amen.
All right. So that's what it was on yesterday. So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, here we go again. Should Congress and the Senate, not just Congress, should they release the Epstein files?
Oh, you didn't hear, huh? It's a unanimous vote, except for one person, to release the Epstein files.
That was at 1:00 today.
Oh, they're turning against Trump.
Now they got to go through the Senate. All right, so when it went through the House, now they got to go through the Senate. So my question is, should they release the Epstein files? Because there's a part of this that nobody has considered. Everybody's like, what? Yeah, there's a part of this that not everybody has considered. I'm going to spill the beans today. I'm going to spill the beans. You don't believe me?
Oh, I ain't saying anything because I know you. So it's obvious you're going to spill
interesting.
them.
It is interesting. Should he release, or should they vote yes, even in the Senate, to release the Epstein files?
Yeah.
I heard you the first time.
Oh yeah.
That was the House. Okay.
Senate too.
Senate too. Senate too?
Yeah.
You sure?
Release them.
Oh, you saying they need to?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Why you think so?
Because enough is enough with this clown.
The House voted 427 to 1.
Damn.
427.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss like that, but damn.
Yeah. And Clay Higgins from Louisiana was the only Republican to vote against the Epstein file release.
Big dummy.
Crazy.
Yeah, brother. I think they're tired of him. They're fed up with him. Him gotta go.
Did you think that's against Trump?
Oh man, it's definitely. Anytime Marjorie Taylor Greene turns against him, you know.
And then he called her a traitor, and she said that her life is in jeopardy.
Hey.
So I'm like,
there it is.
Boy. So I'm gonna tell you why I'm having this issue with all of this.
What is it?
Because I think we're being set up. But I want to hear what everybody else thinks.
Do tell.
I'm gonna bring it to the table. I just don't want to spill the beans yet. But come on, everybody. Come on. Tell me why you think that no or yes, that the Epstein files should be released. I love to hear what you think. 504-582-9422. And maybe even why I'm saying that. Hmm. Hmm. Gonna be interesting to hear. And then I'm going to probably go through a couple of other things locally. One of which, for all of our folks in different areas of the city that are used to going to your Winn-Dixies every day. If you usually go to the Winn-Dixie out on Chef, get ready because that's going to become Rouse's. If you're used to going to the one out there by off of Claiborne that's behind Panera Bread in that area over there, get ready. That's going to be a Rouse's supermarket. Get ready.
When I saw that last night, I had to email it to you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I put it in your inbox.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
I said, what? A Rouse's? I said, man, yeah, they're fooling. Because I saw it in the New Orleans East Community group on Facebook.
So what I am trying to figure out with that is, are we finished with, the protests? Have we gone
They're going
back?
to have to be.
Have we gone back?
They're going to have to be finished because that's going to be the only full-fledged grocery store besides Walmart out there.
Mm-hmm.
So like it or not, you got to be finished with it.
We'll see. What you say, James? James? Did we miss him? All right, I'm going to go to T-Bone. T-Bone. T-Bone? What happened?
They're there, but it's not coming through the board.
Put in program. Is it in program?
Yeah, it's in program.
But they're there.
They're there, but
I wonder, can they hear me?
They put it to
You know.
There you go.
They changed pots on me. Didn't tell me nothing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, since you brought this topic to the floor, let me say this. Yeah, open them. And people going to really hate me when I say this. Sex crimes are sex crimes. Child molesters are child molesters. See this whole thing with Pete Diddy where people like, oh, Trump pardon him. Oh, they going to put Diddy up. That's a tragedy to the hip-hop community. If the man's wrong, the man's wrong. Okay? I feel the same way about these Epstein files. Now, to your point, G, yeah, it does smell like a setup because Trump gave a little too easy.
This is set up.
And the first thing he said when he came is, well, they need to put out the Democrats. So, see, him right there saying that tells you he knows that there's other people in them things that he can fall back on and sick the DOJ on and take it all away from himself. That's what he plans to do. He plans to put stuff out there on Bill Clinton. If they got something in there about Sleepy Joe Biden, oh, he's going to put that out for any of the Biden people. He's going to put that out there. Anybody that looks like a liberal is going to be mentioned before him. They're going to try to bury him deep into the files if they ain't redacted it all already. Because that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to take that Sharpie, they're going to blank out stuff that implicates him. Because it was said early on, Bundy saw his name throughout the whole thing. She already implemented that, implicated that. You understand? That's why they were trying to keep it jawed up all this time.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew he was guilty of sin. Hell, you could even, and here's a conspiracy theory card on the table, BAP. You could even try to say he might have been behind that jailhouse suicide. Oh! Did I say that out loud? Yeah, I did.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
I did. Every police officer I know that I've talked on the side to about that suicide says the exact same thing. Oh, that was a jailhouse thing.
All right.
That dude straight set up. I mean, educate a brother G if I'm wrong.
No, I'm just letting you have your opinion. I don't want to educate nobody yet. I'm gonna tell you in a
No,
bit.
no, I call for information
I
too,
know you
dog.
did. I know you did. I'm gonna tell it in a little bit. I'm just listening to what everybody got to say. Their own opinion right now. I want to hear what everybody got to say.
I mean, because the
Then I'm
thing
gonna tell you
about
about
it
the
is
setup.
this. They voted on it already on one side of
On the
it.
Senate. I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
on the
On the
House side,
The House.
427-1.
You understand? Now the Senate could try to act a donkey and try to block it,
Mm-hmm.
but the truth of the matter is, he's got actual victims that are lobbying for themselves
Yep.
to have this put out.
Over
So he
1,000.
really couldn't stop it. He really couldn't.
Yep.
You know. So
So just wait. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. Let me take these other calls. Everybody hanging on.
all right, y'all.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna listen.
All right.
All right.
James Pop Jones, everybody hold on just a minute. We got to take our break here. We'll come back, have some more conversation with you in just a minute. Do you think that all of them are going to say, yeah, release it? So they got to do the Senate. Is the Senate going to try to block it? Or are they going to say, yeah, release them? Because I think there's another entity to this. But I'll tell you more in just a minute. Everybody hold on.
Vocoder program B87.
Yeah. WBOK in the house. Let's go. We taking it back to the old school flow. It's the throwback, throw down, you already know. DJ Wick on the wheels and keep it hot, yo. November 23rd, we set the tone. 7 p.m. to 10, party full grown. 9 No's, Cajun cuisine, 2517 Bayou Roads. BOK in the building, yeah, that's home. The rap crew come, we okay, the hottest station and we jam hard.
Hottest station in the city.
Hottest station and we jam hard.
The hottest station in the city.
Hottest station and we jam hard.
The hottest station in the city.
Hottest station and we jam hard.
The hottest station in the city.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Every Friday at noon on WBOK.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Looking to join an organization that is committed to help promote economic development in New Orleans East? Look no further. The Greater New Orleans East Business Alliance is a member-based nonprofit organization made up of business owners and local professionals united for the purpose to promote business development in Eastern New Orleans. If you want to become a member, call us at 504-957-3568.
Join me, Dr. Jaquil Ross of New Schools for New Orleans for Talk That NOLA Education. This Monday, we'll be joined by NOLA Public Schools representatives to discuss the New Orleans Common Application for the upcoming school year. Be sure to tune in Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 12:30 a.m. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 12:30 a.m.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you are having a good day. All right, let's go back to the phones. 504-582-9422. Pop Jones.
Hey, G-Man.
What's going on? How you doing?
Blowing me out over the air, huh?
Yeah, you blew me out. I'm going to blow you back. That didn't sound good, did it?
That's what you catch back, huh?
Yeah, you took me up
That's
on
what
that.
you're
How come
doing,
you
huh?
didn't answer the phone? How come you didn't do it? I was like, what? That's my boy talking to me like that.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Well, look, G.
Uh-huh.
If they release that, would he be found innocent?
No, not necessarily. I mean, it depends on what's in there. It'd be found what's in there.
What you think?
I think right now they're just voting to see if they're going to release it. So we just saw the Senate, not the Senate, but the House say, yeah, release it, 427-1. The Senate is next. They can do the same thing. But I think it's all a setup. I can't tell what the setup is yet. I want to hear everybody else's opinion. What you think?
What's the setup?
Huh?
What is the setup?
If I told you that, I'd be telling you. I can't tell you yet. I need to hear everybody's opinion first.
I don't know what the setup.
So what you think?
Well, I mean, if you guilty of sin, you think you're gonna let that go, and you know you're gonna be found guilty.
So don't you think there's some more to it?
Does a rat love cheese?
Right. So what's more to it then?
Oh man, I don't know, G.
I'm gonna come back and tell you in a bit.
I'm listening. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you in a bit. So hold tight to that.
Yeah, that's what I want to. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Hold tight to that one. It's coming.
All right, G man, I'm listening.
All right, Pop. Thank you, brother.
Don't do me that no more, yeah.
Don't do me that neither.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right, James.
Boy, good evening. Pop tickled me. Pop said, "Don't
Ain't
do
that
me
something
that,
he gonna call me and tell me, oh, you put me out there? Didn't he put me out there? I'm glad I got a witness, bro. I'm glad I got a witness.
That's called putting you on Front Street.
Yep.
Pop said, "Oh, boy, don't do me like that no more, G man."
Ain't that something? Yes, indeed.
Get him, Pop.
No. He did me like that. They're gonna try to reverse it like I did something to him.
Uno. You ever play Uno?
Ain't that something? Yeah.
Hey, bro. I think release it. Yeah, you could try that. That I know where you're going with this. I don't want to. Should I go ahead on and tell you what I think is going to happen?
Yep.
All right. So what I think is going to happen is because it's a crime and it's got to be investigated. Ain't nobody talk about it no more.
What do you mean?
Once it's released, because it's a crime and it's got to be investigated, can't nobody talk about it no more. So you can ask me all you want to in the public perception, and I can say, well, it's in a trial. I can't really speak on that.
You close.
You end up protecting all those guilty parties that's involved.
Yep.
So, it's a dirty world and it's still spinning. Like you said, Epstein gone right now.
Right.
Epstein gone right now because of what he knows. So this would be the best thing for this clown. You understand what I'm saying? Because if the crown put their own people down, you see what I'm saying? If the crown put their own people down, what you think they'll do to this clown?
Right.
Ooh, I just rapped on you. I ain't even mean to.
Right. They don't play with the kids though.
No, you don't play with the kids.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, this is the the base he operate under, the base he operate under, they clearly do and have no problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
They clearly do and they have no problem with it. There's people all over. There's people all over questioning their own people about is underage sex with children legal. Even on the news, they're saying this. They're like, oh man, he liked little girls, but he didn't like them 8-year-olds. He liked 15-year-olds. Man,
Right.
ma'am, that's still a minor.
Right.
Are you retarded?
Mm.
You know, it's we getting to the meat and the potatoes of their whole problem. Their whole problem is they used to having what they want. Like Fleece Jones said, I like you, I want you, and I'm gonna have you.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Fleece Jones is, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I wonder if everybody else knew who Fleece is.
We don't need to tell them to.
BW. Look him up.
All right, bro.
BW. So look, wait, hold on. That's in the reverse order. You asked 3 questions, bro.
Come with it.
And I believe your other question was, wait, what was your other question? Shoot, you can't be leaving me on hold like that, bro. I think you do it on purpose.
You got how many telephone lines we got when we talk to folks?
The question was another one. The Rouse's question, like Rick said, well, I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But when I go to Rouse's on the lakefront, it's full of us. Because that's, I mean, they, you know.
But you heard my question, though. But you heard my question.
When I go to Rouse's on Carrollton, it's full of us.
But you heard my question. My question was, are we still boycotting?
No. That been long ways since we've been got up off of that.
Okay.
We got up off of that since he came on WBOK on 2 or 3 segments and talk.
Yes, indeed.
You know,
he said 2 or 3 seconds.
Bro. That's how long I've been listening, bro. You know, I pay attention. Look, what we doing, bro? Like you said, that brother said, let me know what we hitting first, because I'm going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. I'm like that. I'm like, well, all right, we ain't doing Target. We ain't doing Target. We ain't doing Rouse. We ain't doing Rouse. We ain't doing what that place is on. I done forgot their name. It's been so damn long since I've been there. That place on the Elysian Fields, the Washerette.
On the Legion Fields? Oh,
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you remember them?
What's
you
the
remember
name
that problem?
Yeah, I remember that because it turned off the
I
turned
ain't
off
been
the
there
TV
so long,
because
bro,
the Saints were losing or something.
What is called?
What was the name? Melba's.
Yeah, I ain't been there so damn long. I forgot about them.
Yeah, I haven't either.
You know, but I'm saying, like, you know, right now we don't have enough of a network to go and. Killer Mike said this. I'm gonna put this out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only grocery store we had in the city. We had in the city at the time, and I'm not talking about your boys down in the lower 9. Our folk in the 9 who can't really get all the produce you might need and want because not enough people gonna support it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just right on the show. Circle. Sitting on Circle now. Guess who's sitting friends with? Houses. So it's like, you know, what we doing here?
Right.
We can't, unless we know a black farmer, we can't afford to cut nobody out the loop, bro. Unless we starve. So I'm gonna use common sense, and I'm gonna go to this route, and I'm gonna implore all the YNs and the folks in our city not to go there and steal, because we getting that jacket, even though it might not be us.
Mm-hmm.
And I see a whole bunch of white folk in Walmart now, right up the street from me on Bullet. Yeah, they I know why they there. They done switched their hunting grounds. They done switched their hunting grounds, but we get the charge.
Yeah, that's how it all started, though. So.
Well, I mean, you know, but the dumping ain't us. You found that out quick.
Yep.
You know what we guilty of? We guilty of stupid stuff. We guilty of petty crimes. Mm-hmm. We do stuff like, and I want to say, when I say stuff, think of what I really mean. We pull up to the stoplight, bro, and dump our whole lunch out at the damn corner. That's the kind of foolishness we engage in. We ain't the ones around here spray painting. We ain't the ones out because we ain't got we listen. We not spending that kind of money or taking that kind of chance on stealing. When I was working for the city, we found a whole bunch of little white boys then slipped through the cracks of one of these abandoned buildings, dead. You know why? Because it was in there trying to spray paint up the place. I'm driving through the lower 9 right now by Noka. It's spotting up a warehouse. A group of these folks spotting up a warehouse for, I guess, redesign. That's what they do. We don't do that.
Okay. All right,
You
James,
know
I
what I'm
got to get these other folks on. Let me get these other folks.
All right, bro.
I always appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
Good conversation. All right, Kevin.
Hey, hey, G, thank y'all for having these conversations. It just don't happen nowhere else, quite frankly. But can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, it sounds like you can hear me. Look, we can keep talking about, and like I said, my story just really not. My story don't change every time I call here, no matter what your subject matter is. The solution is the same. The question is this: when are we going to start being what we want to see as a community? Now, man, you across the board when you ask that question about Trump, though. So you put a lot of stuff in there. And but the bottom line is this: we act like we not in the world that we actually living in. At one time, well, maybe still these times to a different degree, we could find somebody who committed the crime of murder, which is pretty much the worst crime you can commit against a black person, and a jury still would not convict them. Trump, recent history with Trump and everything that everybody knew about him, about how ruthless he was. Forget about Epstein, just the stuff that he was doing, attacking veterans and handicapped people and women, and we still got a rootless class of voters in this country, white, black, and everything else, who, if you need to find out about Epstein to know Trump is not acceptable, we way past lost. In fact, that he became a president a second time with all that stuff, let you know just how rootless the country is. Because Trump didn't put himself in office. Okay, so if that's the reality we living in, I don't care what they uncover about Epstein. This is their business. And I say their business, rich white folks' business, basically. Ain't 99% of white folks' business, just rich white folks' business. Okay? They're not going to, whatever they do, it's not going to change the balance of their power. Now, we're talking about Rouses and all that stuff. Look, we can talk about everything negative we want to about Rouses and who we're going to boycott. The question is this: what are we going to do to substitute for those things we're protesting against until we start building what we want to see for our community? We can protest ourselves into a starvation diet because we don't grow nothing. We don't start institutions that feed people, educate people, heal people. And the education that we are involved with is really just pushing more of the miseducation and neglecting like I call a disassociative state that we're in, because insanity made all of us insane, white, black, and everybody else. we act like we not living in the world we really living in.
Okay.
So until we grow up, and the more I live, the more I realize just because we become old, grow old, we still become the same children we ever were. The only thing different is we playing adult games now, but we still bring the same child's attitude toward life.
All right.
So until we start getting together and acting like we grown, and start operating on grown folks' institutional stuff and creating it, they can do anything they want to about finding Epstein. The mere fact that we're even talking about it is terrible because we already know he's terrible. He tells us he's terrible in our face.
Okay.
And I say us, but it's really the dominant population. So we're only 12% of the voting population. Really, this ain't a black folk problem. This is really just like racism. This is really a white folks problem.
I got you. All right, Kevin. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
T.I.
It's Ty, G.
Oh, this Ty. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Say, bro. Oh, he talking about you. You ain't hear?
Me?
Yeah, he talking about you. Says, I dare you to crack the mic and say, I dare you to crack the mic and tell Ty what you just told me.
She said T.I.
No, he didn't. He misheard what I said. I said T.Y.
I bet you on
So
the
he got
speakerphone.
he got to get his hearing checked.
Nope, you probably on the speakerphone because I can
She
barely
said
hear
you need to get your hearing checked, old man. That's what she said. And she said the old man part. You ain't hear?
I heard you.
Oh no, you ain't hear what she said?
Nope.
I can almost guarantee you. What?
I mean, he got to get his hearing checked. He confirmed it.
See? Nah.
I heard you, not her. I ain't here.
You know, I just love to play with him like that. Anyway, hey Ty, where you been?
Going through it, man, but I'm here.
You all right?
I'm get with you off here.
Okay. All right. Long as you gonna be here.
Yeah.
What you got for me?
As long as the Lord say the same. But yeah, no, I was listening and I've been following this Epstein stuff very closely, and it's interesting to me because, and you correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So you have the files, right?
Yep.
That they voted to release.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have some of the emails and stuff that were already coming out from some of the Dems.
From their state.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
From their state, correct. So those are two separate things, correct?
Right.
So that's my thinking, and I get it, and I understand that if he calls for an investigation, which Bondi has already said, that's why I said that they're all so weird to me, because she's already said there's nothing to investigate. Then you were caught on a hot mic in a restaurant or whatever, and saying that there were tons and thousands of files with incriminating evidence in it.
Right.
Then you follow up and say there's nothing to be investigated, Cash Patel, same thing. So basically, y'all both perjured yourselves, because if he's calling for an investigation, then what does that mean?
Right.
So, but again, I agree that it's so that, he could absolve himself, so to speak, because he knows if you're calling for an investigation, that means that whatever files that they have already, they're already in the process of scrubbing them. They're already in the process of redacting as much of Donald Trump as they can. But what I also find solace is that I truly believe that they're not the smartest group of people, right? So I believe that there's going to be a misstep. Somebody's going to mess up. Something's going to slip through. But then you have the estate. I mean, look, that one email alone where Epstein said Trump is the dog that has embarked.
Right.
That in and of itself is incriminating. So I don't know. I just think it's going to be interesting going forward. But anybody that still supports this man after all of this and all of the other stuff that he's done, I just don't get it. At this point, I can't point it to anything else but racism.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, I mean and I know it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I know it's a lot to be said.
You really did hit it on the head on why I don't think that these files will ever come out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who voted for it. I don't care if the Senate voted for it. I don't care if the House voted for it, because there's a missing piece of that puzzle that's going to go against the law.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you about it. I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me about it first. So we're going to see. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes.
Okay.
You all right, though? You got me concerned. You feeling okay?
That just like I said, I'm gonna holler at you off air. There's just a lot going on, and for the past 4 or 5 months. So it's just been
give
a
me
lot.
the number to 911. I can't play with these people. So, feel better, my baby. I'll talk to you off air.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Let's see. Shed, hold on. Let me take my break here real quick. And what I do is come back and see what you're saying, and we'll get into the meat of this thing, so that you'll understand why I think this is going to be a setup. More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call
The
today.
New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
The National World War II Museum. Located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans, the National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree. Start a new one. On your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
WBOK. Online at WBOK1230.com. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Ooh, Lord. I'm sorry. I got all the folks online looking at me chumping. I couldn't help it, bro. I was sitting here.
It was calling me, bro.
It's Taco Tuesday, man. It's Taco Tuesday.
It was calling my name.
You finished yours?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. I had time to do it because you were talking. I had time to do it in between phone calls. I just zapped in the microwave for about a minute.
Well, I'm smacking while I'm talking to people, and everybody can see me on camera.
Man, those Taco Tuesday.
They Taco Tuesday.
That's all I can say. Thank you, G.
You're welcome. Say it. Cedric. Did we miss him? Say it. Call me back. Do I need to put it out there now? Do I need to go ahead on and say what it is? Because I've been holding people up for an hour. Just about an hour.
Might as well.
All right. So let's start with today's breaking news.
Dun, dun, dun.
Congress has green-lighted the release of those Epstein files. The Senate unanimously agrees to send the bill to Trump's desk as soon as it's received from the House. Okay? So, understand something. The House has already voted. The Senate is going to vote next if they already haven't. But they already telling you, soon as they get the bill, they gonna vote unanimously, probably too, to send the bill to release those files. What we didn't get, and I don't know why we didn't, and maybe this is a setup too, but I think before they vote to release these files, there has to be some type of contingency plan. And that should be somebody needs to go in and add maybe a line or two to say, hey, Senate, hey, Mr. President, if we all unanimously vote for you to release this information, we need to make sure that you're not going to say, here, Pam Bondi, you need to investigate these files since we have already unanimously voted to open them up. If Pam Bondi says, yes, you're right, Mr. President, we're going to investigate. There ain't too much you can do when there is a federal investigation on a case. Guess what they're going to do? We can't release anything. We're not going to release any of the information. Why? Because we got an investigation going on. Pam Bondi is going to have an investigation on those daggone files to see who's in them. That's what they're going to say, to see who's in them. And in the meantime, they're not going to release the information. But why? Well, they're not going to release the information because there's an ongoing investigation going on by the Attorney General of the United States of America. I'm telling you, they always got a loophole. And Pam Bondi does everything that Trump tells her to. Everything.
Because you notice he had changed of heart yesterday. Go on, release him.
Yep.
Someone informed him about the loophole.
Yep. He know already. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead on and vote for it. Y'all vote for it. Go ahead on and vote for it. And then Pam Bondi is going to come in there and say, there is now a federal investigation on these files, and none of that can be released. None of those files can be released. Because they said, I watched the Late Show last night, too. I don't know if he was playing or what. But I don't know if anybody saw Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert said from his sources that he's found out that Trump's name was named in those files at least 1,600 times. Yeah.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I'm finding out, and I hate to say it this way, but it's the truth. And if I'm wrong, then you can correct me later. Or I'll say I'm sorry later. This seems to be a club of pedophiles. Anybody understand what I'm talking about? I'm not just saying it just to be mean. I'm saying that these files seem to be a club of pedophile. Galloway.
What's going on, Brother G? How you doing, my
You
man?
the man, brother. If I had yours, I cut mine off.
I'm in good standards this week.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it's the Soul Bowl. It's the Soul Bowl this weekend, so I gotta behave so I can get to go to Mississippi.
You must got your juice then. You must got your juice.
Yeah, you know, I gotta go see Jackson State versus Alcorn.
Oh, really?
I'm listening to you. Yeah, this Saturday, the Soul Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening to you talk. When you talked about the club of pedophiles, you correct, but you forgot one point.
What's that?
One point. Millionaires.
Yes.
These are millionaire pedophiles.
Yes, and some billionaires.
And some billionaires. Those people have spent good money, some of them, to keep their names out of the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just my opinion only, we're going to have to go back to the Pentagon Papers. Remember the Pentagon Papers when they leaked out what was really happening in Vietnam?
Right.
You're going to have a journalist or somebody in Congress going to have to leak that like that. Or you're going to have to go through what happened during Nixon. Deep throat.
Right.
Remember, they was meeting in the corners, giving out all this type of information.
Right.
Because y'all are hitting it on point. Once they call for a federal investigation into whoever it may be, that's why once he realized that I could not change those four, they only needed 4 conservatives. Once he realized he couldn't change those 4 conservatives' mind, what is our option? Other option.
Yep.
And then here we go. It can be Bill Clinton. It can be anybody. Because like every day somebody's name comes out. There's so many of them papers. But one thing I want folks to understand, this is not the DOJ's papers. This is the estate's papers. See, it's 2 different files. So when they was voting, I said, are they voting to release the estate papers or they are voting to release the DOJ papers? Nobody asked that question. And I'm like, if they're releasing the estate papers, yeah, but they're not releasing the estate video.
No.
You got to remember, this guy has a bunch of videos and pictures. He recorded everything because he was using it to blackmail people. And now you got to remember also 6 months since Elon Musk said that Trump's name was in those papers. Since that day he said that, the FBI moved manpower to go
to
erase
redact
this
his
man.
name.
They worked 24-hour shifts.
Redacted his name. Yep.
Redacted his name from everything. And it's still, that's how much this man's name is in these Epstein files. 6 months, and they still haven't got your name up out of there.
Right.
That's a lot to take in. But, like me, I keep telling folks, man, you got the conservatives. They already start saying, well, she was 15. She wasn't 8, so he's not a pedophile. I don't know what world they live in, but they say crazy. Megyn Kelly was the first one.
I was going to say that came from Megyn Kelly, and she hasn't been credible since she started broadcasting. So that was Megyn Kelly who had said that.
But they conservatives, they ride with that now. I keep telling folks, man, if you have a child that's under the age of 18 and somebody put their hands on your child, you got to do what's necessary to make sure they don't put their hands on another child. I'm talking limb from limb, eye for eye. I'm a firm believer in this stuff, man. But you was talking about protesting at Rouse's. I told people that protest was doomed as it started. You know why? Because there was no organization. You got to understand, not everybody has a vehicle to go to another grocery store instead of Rouse's. The reason why the Montgomery boycott was so successful, it took at least 1,000 rides to get people from point A to point B and folks to make lunches.
Well, other part of that, though, and this is what we got to consider, and I don't know if anybody else has looked at it this way, but it is definitely something to be looked at, because you got to look at what percentage of the marketplace as far as shopping for grocery stores will Rouse's now own in New Orleans? I wonder, has anybody done the math yet?
I know I haven't.
Because the percentage of what he's going to do, the percentage of what Rouse's is going to own in the marketplace is alarming. And I think that everybody needs to really pay attention to what they're going to own, how much of the property, the grocery property they're going to own in New Orleans that they're going to be feeding you.
That's a good question. Now, me, I don't go in there. That dude going there, and then it's so crazy that we are so forgiving. First thing he did was run to the black radio station.
Yep.
He knew what was up, and what we do in less than 30 days went right back on up in there. Now, it's some people that I know that are not going back up in there. I got it, but you got to realize if somebody wants to boycott, you're gonna have to help them. And I think that's the problem that we run into when we say boycott something. It's easy to say boycott, but you got to remember, if they can't get to another place and they can only can walk to Rouse's because Rouse's is more convenient than walking to them, what are you going to do?
You got to go.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I tell folks, man, y'all got to read. Y'all got to learn. We've got the blueprint from our ancestors, even our grandparents and parents have showed us what to do, but we don't want to do it. We too busy worried about the 9 times.
Right.
So, and that's another thing I got for you before I get off. What's the over and under of the people that's going to be at the 9 times compared to the people that voted in that district?
I don't think that's going to be that's not a comparison, is it?
I'm just saying, only 12,000 people showed up to vote for District E.
Yeah.
So what's it going to be for the 9 times? 22,000?
Yep.
All right, brother, you have a good one, man.
Oh, boy, you done started some mess.
I voted all elections, so bring it. Have a good one, brother.
Talk to you later, brother. All right, y'all. All my calls, hold on. We got to take a break here. We got to do some news, and we'll be right back with you. Mr. Bill, Donald, everybody hold on.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Interest in Turning Point USA is surging after Charlie Kirk's killing, but some Texas schools are blocking new chapters.
We've had chapters that started 2 months ago that are still not RSO'd by their schools because the administration drags their feet.
That's group member Ricky Adam. He says a counselor in Killeen ripped up student signs accusing them of spreading hate. A federal appeals court in Georgia has upheld hate crime convictions for the 3 men who killed Ahmaud Arbery. Defense lawyers argued racist texts and posts didn't prove motive, but judges disagreed. The men will remain in state prison. And Florida plans another execution Thursday. Richard Berry Randolph, a black man, is set to die by lethal injection for a 1988 convenience store sexual assault and murder. If carried out, it will be Florida's 17th execution this year, more than double the previous record. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Gerard Stevens with you. A couple of questions we asked. I know it's after 5 o'clock, you're on your way home. So we got a couple of questions that we asked today. If the Senate comes through and says, hey, we're going to vote unanimously for them to open up those files, the Epstein files, because the Senate already did it. They didn't vote unanimously, but it was 400 and some to 1. And I'm like, why we got the daggone shake our head? Why do we, as Louisianians, have to shake our head to this whole scenario of issues? Because the Senate unanimously agreed to pass the House back bill, forcing the Justice Department to release the Jeffrey Epstein cases. And soon as it's received from the chamber, right? But who was that one holdout in the House that said, no, we shouldn't open those files? Who was it? Your representatives, boy. I tell you. All right, Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill?
Yes, sir.
There he is. What you say?
Clay Higgins, huh?
Clay Higgins.
I checked him out on Google. He went to Covington High School, so I don't know what parish that is or what section, so forth, so on. But it's embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
That's just embarrassing. I listened to the ladies make their statement out front of the Capitol this morning, and I had tears in my eyes. I have 4 granddaughters. The oldest is 27. The youngest is 12. And man, you know. But anyway, the DOJ file and Epstein estate files, the Epstein estate files are clean as far as I would presume. And you're right, they're going to start an investigation and we can't do anything about it and so forth.
Yep.
Because it's under investigation.
Yep.
But I'm wondering how that's going to affect You remember what Marjorie Taylor Greene said the first time she stood with the ladies? There's some sort of immunity in the House of Representatives where supposedly where she could read the names that these ladies have put together. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know how that one would go.
Like
But
said,
I do think that somebody's going to find a loophole.
They'll try their damnedest. You know how these folks operate.
Yep. Because Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go higher. I disagree.
No
if I ever have to disagree with the first lady, that's going to be one time. You go low, I'm trying to dig under you. Because I know you're going to go low.
Right next to you and push you over or something.
Like your mama used to say, you dig one, you better dig two.
They still talking about Michelle running for president. I want to say, man, out of y'all.
Oh, boy, did you hear her response?
Hear from me.
Did you hear her response? Oh, I was like, ooh, first lady. She was like, y'all ain't ready. I was like, what's she talking
let
about?
alone a black woman.
Y'all can't even put it. She said, y'all can't put a black man in. I know y'all ain't ready for no black female.
Yeah. But I'm knowing that they're gonna flim flam the thing some sort of way. I'm just waiting to see if Marjorie Taylor Greene gets on to go before the House of Representatives and read out names. Like I said, it's some sort of immunity.
Well, the ladies told her that they would represent her if she did. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. I'm gonna stand right beside you. That's what one of the ladies told her this morning.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, buddy. Yes. Something else over. Trump was meeting with the Saudi prince today, and the disrespect he had from the woman from ABC asking the question, the tone that you asked the question, and oh man, you know damn good and well that Prince had this man killed. I'm just wondering if they did some dismembering of him before they killed him. You know, that's cruel, man. And those people are like that.
Yep.
I tried. I said I'm gonna see how much of the 5 I can catch at 4:00, and they started out talking up where Trump was at some gathering with McDonald's entrepreneur owners.
Yeah, he was speaking on behalf of the owners of McDonald's. So
you know, with what happened today, the first thing they have is Donald Trump talking about his 30 minutes on the fries at a McDonald's. What's wrong with these people?
Distraction.
Like I said, a number of these chaps in the Republican Party, MAGA enthusiasts, and so forth. Many of them are going to take the 2020 election lie to their grave.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we can do with them.
We'll see. All right, Mr. Bill.
Take it easy.
I appreciate you, my friend.
Later.
All right, later. All right, Donald. Donald.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on there? You've been gone for a couple of Sundays, huh?
Yeah, I've been around. I've been listening. Look, Bondi already said she looked through the files.
Right.
Why she got to investigate now?
She'll make a reason why. She'll make up a reason why.
But you know what, though? Mega mad with him.
Some of them are.
To open the files up.
Some of them are. Some of them are mad with him. But I think there's a good number of them that'll stick with him until, you know, the ship go down. If it go down.
Yeah, but Margie, Taylor gonna expose him. I think she gonna expose him. You know, even if it hurt her, she with those women. I hope she exposes.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll see.
But let me say about this. The information is out. The British got the information. Why they disown man disown his child for being a prince? He didn't just do that ordinarily. They got the information.
Well, he had an individual that was saying that he had taken advantage of her. She was the one that went straight in on him. There has not been one really to go straight in on Donald Trump. I think maybe one, but that was pushed to the side because they said that he didn't do anything.
Well, Donald Trump's history indicate that he really was involved.
Mm-hmm.
He say he can do what he want, touch a woman where she want. He like to hit him on the behind and stuff like that. So he has no respect for women. So nope. He's involved.
Yep.
But
I want to see the file saying what he did. That's what I want to see.
He did a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
They was good friends.
But what would you say if they broke the file and said, this is what he did? That would get him out of office. He would have to step down.
Man. This man did so much and get away with it. I don't know. I got to see it for myself that they get him out of office.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people scared of it,
I think this one might get him down. Might. But let's see.
Have you seen his face recently?
Have I seen what?
And he was going to sleep the other day.
Oh, yeah. In the office? In the Oval Office?
Huh?
In the Oval Office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was going, dozing off to sleep and everything. And he said all kind of crazy things. I think really, really, he ain't going to last for 4 years.
I don't think so.
Yeah. All right, my brother.
All right, Donald. Yes, indeed. Hey, Ron.
What's down with your G?
You the man, brother.
Trying to be, man. First shouts out to the Fatherhood Roundtable as well as Huey P. Newton Gun Club. Man, hold on. Before I go into that, where P-Town been at, man? You ain't been hearing from him?
P-Town went to Africa. His
He
wife
moved
from
out there?
Africa. He said he was moving over there with her.
Oh, all right. Yeah. But what's down, P-Town, brother? You still listening way out there? But as far as them files, man, that's already cooked already. I mean, you look at the white girl, Ghislaine Maxwell. She in federal penitentiary right now, living it up. You know what I'm saying? Got her dogs up in there with her. She got her radios up. I mean, doing whatever she want. Even got the warden sending emails for her. So I mean, and let's not forget, Trump sent his partner over there to go talk to her, not in a jailhouse facility, because in the jailhouse facility they have recording devices up in there. So they moved from over there and went to undisclosed so-called location, so that way whatever they talk about be between them. So I mean, the writing is already on the wall as it relates to these files. I mean, like you said, they're looking for a loophole. They already got the loophole already. Because I mean, when have you ever seen an orange man who currently occupies 1600 Pennsylvania cave so fast like that? Because he already knew about the votes already. He couldn't win. So that's already done. Like I say, this woman is in federal penitentiary right now, living better than me and you, and we so-called free. All right, that's enough of that right there. When it comes to Rouse's, us in this city, man, we is full of games. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, we had somebody way in Baton Rouge giving election numbers for the city of New Orleans, as if we don't have no type of demographers right here in this city. I mean, and shouts out to the brother for what he's doing, but however, there is no way somebody who's not from New Orleans know more about New Orleans than the people inside of New Orleans. Like that's crazy to me. If you wonder why we in the predicament we in right now. So I mean, they gonna do whatever they want to do, cause like Kevin was saying, I know Kevin. He always called with the same old thing all the time. But I mean, he hit it on the head. We can't say we're gonna boycott Rouse's and shut Rouse's down without having our own store already up and running. Because guess what? We can talk that talk, about we gonna boycott this, boycott that. But guess what?
But can you walk that
when
walk?
when them babies start crying and them bellies start hurting, what you think we gonna do? Because remember, some of the same people who talk Black Power along with me and you call this radio show and call this radio station were some of them same bourgeoisie, boule Negroes at Jeff Landry's party, election victory party, and they wasn't expecting WWL camera to turn around and face them. Because as soon as the camera faced them, what you saw them doing? Oh, Lord, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm. They won't be
All right,
seen.
then. My parent, exactly. But they call your show. Oh yeah, Gerard, we gotta do for the community. But look where they at right now. Worse than what the political prostitute name? Your boy, what his name is? I can't call his name, man. God dog it. He was a Democrat. Now he a Republican. Kissing Jeff Landry, but what his name is, man? You know what I'm talking about. I can't call his name. Tall dude, gray hair, light skinned, high yellow.
Badon?
Austin Badon. There you go.
Oh boy, you leave Badon out there. Badon doing his own thing now. Austin said, I can't daggone serve y'all. I'm going to go do my own thing over here. I'm going to stay out of these headlines.
Yeah, but guess what, though? Anytime you sell your integrity out for you to advance in life, you a sucker MC. And that's male or female.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me?
Yes, indeed.
All right, my brother.
All right there. Hey, Ron.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
Peace.
So now, let's go into several different things. What is it that Pam Bondi can do as the United States Attorney General? Because they have this this question, and I wanted to go back to it because somebody brought it up in their disclaimer, asking the question, and that was, is Bondi saying her DOJ's prior exhaustive Epstein review, was it a sham? That's the name of the article. It's called "Was It a Sham?" It says Justice Department is in the business of investigating crime, not the business of conducting political opposition research. And it also said that President Trump posted yet another order directing Attorney General Pamela Bondi to weaponize the government's law enforcement apparatus for political gain. Unlike the last one, in which the president inweighed against Pam Bondi, it was to indict 3 of his enemies: James Comey, Letitia James, and Adam Schiff. This was not intended as privatized or to private dressing down that Trump inadvertently published on Truth Social. This time, the president purposely and openly demanded that the Justice Department and the FBI look into where she is. Investigate Jeffrey Epstein's involvement and relationship with Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, Reid Hoffman, J.P. Morgan Chase, and other people and institutions to undermine what was going on with them and him. So here's the other question. I know I'd ask a lot of questions today. Would it bother you, my Democratic brothers and sisters? Would it bother you if Bill Clinton was named Come on, 504-582-9422. Would it bother you if Bill Clinton was named? Would it bother you if there was another prominent Democrat that was brought up? I'd like to know.
Oh, we talking about Bubba? You know, it's his nickname now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Would it bother you?
You did something wrong. You gotta face the music.
I understand that, but would it bother you?
No. No.
Why?
I mean, after he went through with the Monica Lewinsky stuff, I mean, it's kind of to be expected of, as they say, the rich white man to do stuff like that.
So now you got
So
the rich
it
white
doesn't
man.
surprise me.
So you stick with that was said earlier. Rich white men taking care and guarding for other rich white men, no matter what your political power is.
Yep.
But it would not bother you.
Political race.
That Uncle Bill.
Besides having different political views, they have two things in common, like you said, rich and white. They stick together.
All right. Let's go into our break. We'll get into our break here. We'll come back. Have some more conversation. You can get in on the conversation too. 504-582-9422. I want to hear from you all. Would it bother you if Bill's name came up and they found out that he too was a part of it, which, he used to hang out with him? More next, right here on WBOK.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. Offscript Media has its eyes on the future of content. It's a vertically integrated and creator-powered media and commerce company that views itself as a one-stop shop for someone making content. Datavio Samuels is CEO of Offscript, and he says the company is focused on content creators in social.
Yeah, look, I think that social is the number one platform that matters. It's where all of the world's attention is. So often you're finding these people because they are popping or doing something really incredible in social. But when it comes to how can you help monetize them, how can you build them, do they have real proof points that they can create long-form content that can sustain attention? YouTube is that space.
Offscript is charting new territory, taking the more traditional idea of an A&R at a record label and updating it for the digital age. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Don't forget, about 35 minutes away from Carrie and Arnie coming in today at 6 p.m. to get you riled up some more. Get you riled up. I'm just joking. They're not going to get you riled up. Good conversation, though. Make sure you check them out, all right? So, as we're going into these conversations, it disturbs the average man or woman that we have seen a number of folks that have come to the table and said, look at them. I know who raped me back in the day. I know which one was which. I know which one is which every single day. And you have to live with it, right? I wonder, God knows I don't want to say this, but there ain't too many ways you can say it. The hell that they lived through. Knowing that your innocence was robbed from you by these old stank ass pedophiles that are now trying to let everybody know that they're not involved.
So, did you see the commercial?
Yeah.
Man, that tripped me out. That was my first time seeing it last night, and I was like, "Whoa!"
It ran through the It also ran through the football game.
Yeah.
Dallas and whatchamacallit? They ran it through there. And then ran
Dallas
it
and Vegas.
Huh?
Dallas and Vegas.
Yeah. I wasn't happy with that game. I always want to see Dallas lose.
Yeah. I knew they would.
But I was going to leave them alone because they were all fired up because of their defensive end.
Yeah.
But as we look around and watch them panicked, debating, and scared to even say that they're at the game, it made me pray to God that nothing ever happened to my daughters like that. See, there's a different type of dude in this world, and I think that God made them that way. But can you imagine having these pedophiles doing anything and everything that they wanted to your child? Those are the things that make me go, yes, there's a God, because if that was my child, I just ask y'all put some money on my books. Did anybody else see the commercial? You saw the commercial, right? The PSA they running. Did you know it was as many girls as he said it was on that commercial? I didn't know it was that many
Man,
girls.
I was shocked.
Because they said it was over 1,000.
And they sure as hell didn't discriminate either. And when one came on and said, I met Jeffrey Epstein at the age of 14, I said, uh-oh, this is going to be interesting. And when they started showing all the different women, I was lost for words. And they say, and there are thousands more, just like us. I'm like, wow.
So there's some things about this that I don't understand. That it's not the trafficking of the young ladies. And look, everybody raises their child differently, so I want to put that into perspective. But it makes me ask the question, if we go back that many years, we see these young ladies now, they have pretty much they're older now. But it pretty much asks me, how did you get a 15 or 16-year-old away from their parent for a period of time? Now, again, I know that there are several different people that will raise their aunts and their uncles are raising them, or you got somebody else. You couldn't get out of the peripheral vision of my grandmother without her saying, "Where you think you going?" Oh, Lord, I sound like her. And then I hear the number of you all that would tell me old stories about when it got dark, you better be on the porch before the street light come on. Or you were getting ready to get something that you ain't asked for and probably didn't want.
I remember one time I tried to be slick. Said, be in when the street light comes on. I waited until the very last one came on and strolled into the house. It's like, what you doing in here so late? The street light is on. I said, you didn't say which one. I woke up the next day.
You woke up?
I woke up the next day.
Yeah, you woke up.
I'm thankful that I woke up. Had Daniel Green tattooed across the back of my head.
So let's talk about the men in itself, okay? Because there's a lot of this that I need to know the story behind. What was their ploy to get these young ladies? What did they do? Why do we have a bunch of 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds that were in the same company as these multimillionaires? Why would your parent allow you to ride on a plane to accompany these men? But again, it could be me. Now, here's the other one, y'all. Here's the other one. You ready? When I take a look at the missing, the ones that went through I guess the abductions went through these issues with these pedophile white men, the majority of them seem to be white females. Am I wrong in saying that? I think the majority of them were white females. And if it ain't, it's even worse for me. Well, why you got a problem with that, Gerard? I got a problem with it because you are now starting to see, and I don't think it's being fixed or talked about as much as what we're talking about here. The missing young lady and young men that is missing that's African American. It's like they don't even exist. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. So why, oh why, are we here? I mean, there's a reason why. And then don't forget, you got a lady that's recruiting these young girls. Did y'all see the Dateline yesterday? Anybody see the Dateline yesterday? Dateline yesterday said that they were that they were also trying to get Paris Hilton to come. I was like, oh, they were trying to get Paris Hilton to recruit. They were recruiting. And the lady, what's her name? Gilson, whatever her name is.
Gasoline?
They was a dingaling. Yeah. They were recruiting using her, and Epstein told Dingaling that he wanted her. I was like, oh my God. Can you imagine what that would have been like if Paris Hilton was on one of those planes and went to the island and they found out who she really was? Because they didn't know who she was. Somebody would have been dead. But I really do think that there's more to this story other than just Trump being involved than what is being told. See, when I think about a group of white men, young girls, a plane, an island, and you go wherever you want to go, I think we're getting the nice version of this. Pardon me if I'm offending anybody. I really do. I think that we are getting the nice version of this. And I think that there is somewhere written, somewhere videoed, the bad parts of this bad part. Do you get what I'm saying? The bad parts of this whole bad thing. And then when they finish with you, what do? Clean yourself up? Wipe yourself off? Drip, drip? I know everybody's looking at me like, that's just nasty. Yeah. These are young ladies. And you can't tell me that Donald Trump, who has these young girls in photos sitting on his lap, didn't have nothing to do with them. He didn't try nothing. He was a gentleman. I'm sorry. Why was he with them in the first place? As a what? Chaperone? How many? How many? And who can come forward and tell me a good story? I can almost guarantee you it's coming. I can almost tell you that that story is coming on what he did. Because they need to get him. But do you think, all right, this is the final sets of telephone calls that I need to take today. So Let's go ahead on and get on it. 504-582-9422. That's 504-582-9422. Do you think that your president did the Holly Gaga with them girls?
The Whamma Lamma Ding Dong?
The Whamma Damma Ding Dong. Yep.
But not to get off top, I just want to put something out there right quick because Brother James called back and told me something that made me say, what? There's a brother that's sitting under the overpass on Bullitt right now that had a hit and run, was involved in a hit and run today. I saw him when I was leaving for work. Little white car. He said the guy is still sitting there waiting for the police.
Yeah, it's not a priority.
If they're listening, please go help the brother out.
What time was that?
When I left for work, it was about 1 something.
So he's still there right
and
now?
He's still under there right now.
They're going to have to go home. Wonder, can he drive his vehicle?
From what I can see, the front end was messed up pretty good.
Probably can't. Where the other car?
Hit and run.
Oh, they left?
Yeah.
Oh, well. So I hope so. Where is he now?
Under the overpass on Bullitt. Bullitt and I-10.
You want me to send somebody?
Yeah, bro. You know everybody. But back to the Whamma Lamma Ding Dong.
Do you think that he did?
Say again?
You think he knew? You think that's his forte? That's what he wants. Little young girls.
They're nasty like that, bro.
Huh?
I shouldn't say that. They're freaky like that. They're nasty like that. They want little girls, people that are impressionable, that they can control their minds. Oh, he's rich. He got money. He's going to do this for me. I'll take care of you. And once they dog you out and finish with you, they cast you to the side.
So that's what I'm trying to. What happens to these young girls when they finish with them? Do they just?
They don't care. They're like, have a nice life.
No, I'm just trying to say that do they just come back and start living their life again? I mean, look at the ladies that went through this, that are doing that commercial.
Predators like that have no remorse or empathy.
And they just living their life all together. So that's what makes me say, okay, did they just throw you back? Did you just live and didn't worry about it? What is it? All right, let me get Chris. What you say, Chris?
What's up, Gerard?
What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Look, I'm listening to y'all, man, and y'all telling the truth, man, but y'all funny at the same time. But think about this, though. How did Epstein wind up being killed in prison?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. All of a sudden, this man wind up killed in prison. Somebody so-called killed him, but
he said he committed suicide.
But no, that's what they say, Gerard. You know they're going to always cover it up, bro.
Right.
And now it's taking so long now for this to be broadcast because your president is trying to clean everything up that he had to do with it. I believe that he had a lot to do with that, man.
Well, I believe that, too.
I believe that man was in there doing stuff because he's doing it. He's doing it now. He's still the same. He's still the same Trump when he was young, and he old now and still doing the same stuff, man. So, yeah, I truly believe that he was involved in all of this. And all of a sudden his man got killed, and now all of a sudden he don't want nothing to do with it because he says it's a Democratic problem, and he don't want to deal with it, this and that. Man, that's a lot of baloney, man. You know that.
Yeah, it's easy to point the finger at somebody else when you under the scope, you know.
Exactly, Gerard. Exactly, man. But like I say, bro, I listen to y'all all the time. I enjoy y'all conversation because y'all get a public knowledge, man. Knowledge that we don't hear from the news, and I really appreciate that, man.
Well, we appreciate you, Chris. We appreciate you, buddy. Keep
Man,
listening.
Man, y'all have a good one, man.
You too, my brother. Talk to you soon.
All right.
All right.
Is it just me?
He sound like he was
Chris
from
sound like
Brooklyn.
Tracy Morgan.
He sound like he was from Brooklyn.
He sound like Tracy Morgan. That's right, G.
That's how they sound when you from Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn.
As soon as he started talking, I thought about Hustle Man.
That's all right. He all right with me though. He
Yeah,
all
Chris
right
is
with
cool.
me. Thank you, Chris. All right, we gotta take a break here. We take our break. We'll come back with a few more minutes left of the show to try to get in. What you thinking? And what's the scenario that I'm missing? I already told you my scenario. So,
Me too.
More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
AURN News.
More than 74,000 patients, many with nowhere else to turn, are learning that their clinical trials have been abruptly shut down. That's part of the fallout from Trump's push to slash NIH research grants, leaving nearly 400 federally funded trials canceled in just the first half of this year. This means critical studies on cancer, HIV, and chronic illness are now stalled, with patients, especially those from underserved communities, Black and Brown communities, left in the lurch. The new study from JAMA Internal Medicine lays it out. 1 in every 30 NIH-backed clinical trials has been upended, and $1.8 billion in research funding vanished almost overnight. Trials focused on prevention, infectious diseases, and care for minority communities took the biggest hit. Some researchers say this is the largest disruption in public medical research in decades. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
I've talked about Governor Jeff Landry's boneheaded attempt to wrest control of the city of New Orleans' finances. Now I must talk about Governor Landry's misguided recommendation that the state's flagship university honor the memory of the late ultra-conservative Republican Charlie Kirk. It is a suggestion that has left me bewildered and confused. The governor is suffering from a lagging approval rating of just 39% in the recent polls. This seems to be a desperate power play for attention and is a far reach. Landry says he wants a statue erected of Kirk in honor of his devotion to freedom of speech. An editorial by MSNBC framed the move by Governor Landry this way, quote, "A monument to Kirk, who was assassinated while speaking at Utah Valley University on September 10th, could be seen as a tribute to the importance of free speech on the campus where he was wrongly killed. But the Louisiana governor's push to have a statue installed at a university where Kirk never studied and in a state where he never lived is a blatant play for attention by a politician with a plummeting approval rating. The move also doubles as a textbook illustration of the way obnoxious monuments, such as the ones honoring Confederate leaders, ended up in some places those leaders never set foot in, and in some places where no Civil War battles were ever fought. Arguing that Kirk was a champion of free speech borders on hyperbole to me. Eli Mistel of Nation News put it this way: when he wrote that Charlie Kirk's speech were meant to outrage, not to enrich. Kirk was known to utter words that disparaged blacks, Jews, and Latinos, insinuating that blacks are unqualified and intellectually suspect, that Jews are ruining the country by funding Marxist agendas, and that Latinos are attempting to replace whites. He also suggested that gays should be stoned. Does this sound like a man who should be honored with a statue? I think not. It's true that under the Constitution one has the right to say what one wishes. It's equally true that such speech is inaccurate, cruel, hurtful, and divisive. Such speech from a man who prided himself as a devout Christian gives me great pause. My friend and colleague Jarvis DeBerry summed it up best in a recent column, saying, quote, "Kirk should not have been killed. On that, all Christians ought to agree. But to argue that he should be praised is to suggest that racism and the Christian faith are compatible. And who really wants to be on the record arguing that?" This is Norman Robinson off the top.
Missed a show? Want to hear that guest everyone's talking about? WBOK is now streaming on all your favorite podcast apps. Just search WBOK Media, hit download, share with a friend, and don't forget to rate your favorite shows 5 stars. Because when our voices are heard, our impact grows.
A message from the community scientist. Do you live or work in St. James, St. John, St. Charles, Ascension, Calcasieu, Baton Rouge, or St. Bernard Parish? You may be exposed to harmful chemicals like phthalates, BPA, and flame retardants found in everyday products but linked to serious health risks. That's why the Community Scientist, a program of Rise St. James, brings you clear, science-based facts that protect your health and our environment. Stay informed, stay empowered. Visit risestjames.org today.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Ever notice that everyone always wants more of a good thing? More rewards, more savings, more special offers? Well, when you become a new member of the Fuel Rewards program at Shell, that's exactly what you get, more. Join today to save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents on the second, and 30 cents on the third. Then enjoy everyday savings afterwards. Want more? Then head to Shell where members get more. Offer valid from 4/21/25 through 10/31/25 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com/join25 for more information.
From Gentilly to New Orleans East, WBOK is what New Orleans is talking about. WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, a few more minutes here before we get out of here for Arnie and Carrie coming up at 6 o'clock. Let me read this to you. It says, Epstein Files latest. It says that the Senate unanimously agreed to pass the House-backed bill forcing the Justice Department to release the Jeffrey Epstein case files as soon as it's received from the chamber. In parentheses, it says, your next steps. The Senate will not have to take any other further action, and the bill will be transmitted to Donald Trump's desk as soon as it arrives to the Senate. Trump has said he'd sign the bill if Congress passed it, a stark reversal to his past position. I'm going to stop right there. So if this is such a big deal where Donald Trump said, I'm going to sign it, why did he just do what he's been doing with his other bills or anything else? And that is, he didn't go to Congress. He'd get any other bill signed by himself and make it an emergency situation. So now we're also having guests at the White House. And they're calling this the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, as he dismissed questions about the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Y'all remember that? He had him cut up with a sawbone, a bone saw. But also in the same file here, they're saying that they had not yet decided, meaning Trump had not decided when he's going to sign the bill demanding that the Justice Department release the Jeffrey Epstein files, according to White House officials who said the administration is still waiting for the bill to arrive from Capitol Hill. Aides plan to give Trump options to sign the bill Tuesday night, or it's off camera, or to do it Wednesday morning. Trump has already said he will sign it. Wow. His plans could be to complicate and be complicated by his schedule tonight. And he's hosting the Crown Prince at the White House and scheduled to greet him at 6:40 p.m., then participate in a receiving line followed by dinner. Okay. Again, I think that's a distraction. And I believe this. Again, I kind of told you this earlier for those of you that did not hear what I thought. I'm thinking that the House going to sign it, which they did. The Senate going to sign it, which they are. And they're going to send it to Trump's desk. Trump, on the other hand, is going to tell his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, to do an investigation on those files. The minute she has declared that there is a investigation on that case, those files will not open. It's just that simple. And she's going to do it. So the minute that those files are going to be under investigation, they're not going to open. You never see them. And it's going to be months down the line. I can almost look at it and say she's about to declare that those files go under investigation. Don't be surprised. And if I'm right, y'all can call me tomorrow and tell me. But that's going to wrap things up for me on today. I appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation. We'll get into some more on tomorrow. Y'all have a great rest of the evening. Be careful. Keep your dial locked in because Arnie and Carrie coming up next. I'll see y'all tomorrow.